Hello there. Nice to have you on the channel. So, welcome to Agnya 8 and welcome back. If you are coming back to the channel for this is the reading which we are doing for the twin flames, the strong soul-based connection, whatever name you want to give it. And this would be primarily tapping into the energies for divine feminine. And what we will do here is to check on the energies from 30 to 45 days from here on. We'll just check on the present and then move on to the energies from 30 to 45 days from here. So let's begin. I have mixed this deck. So first I'll get some messages, which is primarily could be on the guidance, more on the now situation, as to what the guidance, what the messages divine wants to give as far as this journey, the twin flame journey, specifically for divine feminine. So let's check what is coming forth for divine feminine. What are the messages? Just give me one second. It's a new setup for me and I'm kind of not settled in completely to this. Okay, and this is a temporary setup. So anyhow, let's kind of check what the messages are. Archangel Michael, divine team. Okay, the first message which we have got is forgiving and learning. And as I said, these could be some messages which are directly coming from the in the given situation and the current situation, and this reading would be timeless. When you watch it is a time when it is supposed to be watched by you, and that is when the messages will resonate. So the first message which we are getting here is forgiving and learning, and this is about that this is the core of what's happening in your life, divine feminine. And in the given situation of the twin flame journey that you are on, there is amount of forgiving which is happening. Of course, you would say that, hey, I've done so much of forgiving, I don't have anything to forgive anymore. I have learned so much. Well, you won't say that you don't have anything to learn, because learning is an ongoing process. But then you say that, yes, I have learned a lot. I have moved a huge away from where I was and where I am right now. But you know what, this process, there is so much deep rooted. Maybe you have healed a lot, maybe from this lifetime, maybe a couple of other lifetimes, but there could be still something stored. And if this card is coming up, there is still if you don't have anything in specific to forgive, you can still do some forgiveness practices which you've been doing. And this could be very general now, if you don't have anybody in specific to forgive and which you don't know. So you can do the forgiveness in general, that you can say something like, I forgive all, and I forgive myself, and my spirit is free, I release all, I release myself. So that way you will kind of create that kind of space wherein you are into the space of forgiveness. And I have been, and I tell a lot to people whom I'm coaching and mentoring in the in the journey, and I am giving them the dope on the Mahamrityunjay mantra, and it's really benefiting. It kind of integrates you, and it is helping. Of course, it has helped me, and hence I started giving it and kind of worked with so many people, and everybody I kind of give it to, it works. So if you can't really recite and if you can't really memorize it, I would suggest that you at least start listening to it till you reach the stage when you can recite and start chanting it. But this Mahamrityunjay mantra is extremely powerful mantra from ancient Hindu or ancient text, which is extremely powerful. It goes back like years and years from your Puranas and all that. So that will integrate you. Use that as a practice and release and heal the past completely. Not only this lifetime, but it's a journey wherein you're healing several lifetimes. So as you experience, as you release more and more and heal more and more the past, you will start to experience more love in the present moments. And you have realized that as you have moved along the journey, you already are experiencing a lot of love within you, and this will enhance, and this will move notch more, a notch better as you kind of practice this is kind of the advanced people kind of after practicing Ho'oponopono, and after practicing, if you've kind of done all those and other practices and you kind of have benefited out of them, then I would suggest that you move on to Mahamrityunjay mantra. If you're still benefiting out of those, continue with those practices. And once you kind of move on to the advanced level, when you see that, yeah, I have benefited as much as I could from these specific practices. It could be Ho'oponopono or any other practice which you do, and now I would want to move on and I want something more powerful. That's when you can choose to move to Mahamrityunjay, or if you feel you're ready, you can do it right now as well. It's a very beautiful mantra, and you should use it as much as you can, and it's definitely benefiting many of my clients for sure. This card just popped out. You will have to give me a moment here. I'll just get it. It not just did pop out, it just flew around the corner. Let me show this to you. And you know what, I have mixed the two decks, which is the Archangel Michael and Romance Angels, and both the cards which we've got is from Romance Angels, getting to know each other. So now for many of you, Divine Feminine, this is coming forth that you might be, you already are with, in some communication with your Divine Masculine, or you might be in separation completely, and then you will start to maybe telepathically or something, you kind of getting to know each other more and more each day. And as you know yourself is when you know your counterpart more as well. So this is like, because I don't have to kind of keep talking about, by now that this is like one soul integrated in the 5D. So this is like you two are mirrors, right? So getting to know each other, the more you spend time in knowing yourself is more you know your counterpart, and it works vice versa. So spend time, reveal yourself to you more, and you are on this journey. You already are doing that. So continue to do the work, and as and when either you are in little to no communication, or even if you guys are in union, there is still this deciphering and getting to know each other. And this is something which I keep telling others, that we are not who we were 10 years back, or every individual keeps changing. Every individual is a new one as we progress, and there is always knowing each other is always a continuous process, not alone in the, and I'm not talking about only the twin flames, because I do mentor and coach other relationships as well in general, non-twin flames. But there also, this is one thing which I kind of tell them, that this is the ongoing process. The change is an ongoing process. And there you have to continuously keep knowing yourself as well as the other individual. I think getting to know each other is a continuous process in any given relationship. It could be any damn relationship, not necessarily need to be a romantic relationship. It could be any relationship, but specifically this card is coming up in this reading, meaning that there is something which is happening more profoundly here, and some instances, some situations are building up wherein you will get more opportunities to know each other more, and vis-a-vis how the situations were in the past. Oops. I've got two cards which pop out. Let me see, it's one or two. One fell down and one is on here. Let me pick this. Where is this one gone? These cards are flying. Do I leave it? No, I don't think so. My guides are saying that. Yeah. This ought to be nothing but this. See, Archangel Michael is having Really good humorous time and making these cards flow around the corner from one extreme to another. And you know, I've plugged in these earphones. Each time I have to get up, I have to take these out and I have to walk around, pick these cards. And Michael seems to be having fun of it. He's saying, yeah, I'm enjoying it. And like he is enjoying it, he's asking you to enjoy life as well. Now, the another card which has come up here is the religious factors. So now there is a possibility for many of you that you and your twin flame, you guys at this point in time are working on some of the religious factors, which are maybe the influences. Now there's several religious factors which could be. I'm not a religious person. But then yes, I do believe in. Of course, as we say that, yeah, I'm spiritual but not religious. And many of us would relate and resonate and would say that in today's world. Many of, I walk across different belief systems and I come across, I'm dealing with different religions as my clients. They could be Christians, they could be following Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, and you know, the variety of the main ones, or the people who are just not following anything as well. And pretty spiritual ones. Now here the reason I'm highlighting it is that there are a lot of religious factors which kind of bind us rather than freeing us, and many of the religious factors become the hindrance or belief systems which are integrated in us, and we just kind of forced, I'm using the word forced, to believe that that's the right way. But I would say you know what's the right way and your soul knows what's the right way. We are on a journey. We are here to explore life on our own. I'm not saying that what they say is absolutely bullshit and bull crap, not at all. There is a lot of good stuff which is here as well, but it's very unfortunate that the goodness, with that there are also a lot of bindings and beliefs which bind rather than freeing as well. It depends on which perspective you're watching it. And if you're following a religion, it's absolutely fine till the time it's freeing you. So the question is it binding you or is it freeing you? And you need to pick up the aspects which are not binding you, irrespective of whatever religion you're following. And that is also is getting worked up as we're talking about, and all these things are coming for you here, Divine Feminine, because I am sensing that you kind of in the lead role, as you know by now, as far as this connection is concerned, and your Divine Masculine is always catching up to it as far as the awakening is concerned. So there is so much which you still are doing, there's so much still, but Archangel Michael is also saying that do it with that immense amount of lightness, do it with immense amount of, have fun, have that sense of humor, that light which should be, is what you should be dealing with. So do that thing in mind. I'll just kind of pull another layer, and that will also be talking about the current situation, because it's very important for me to, this is kind of pretty much on the subconscious level. It would have, or maybe at the conscious level it might be working for many of you. But what I'm saying is that these cards I'm going to pull out would be kind of talk about the present situation, and where you are, Divine Feminine, as far as the present situation is concerned, and only go ahead watching what lies ahead 30 to 45 days only when this resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate even a bit, or then I would request, or I would suggest that don't go ahead and watch the future part of the reading, wherein we will get into the energy for tomorrow, which is like 30 to 45 days from now. So let's see what the current, okay, we've got the couple of cards. Yeah, so the first one which we've got is the Three of Wands, and I'll tune into the energy as we move along. First, let me get two more cards here so that I get the message in entirety there. What are the messages? Okay, they are telling me not to take, there's a bunch which fell and they're asking me to shuffle a bit more. Guides are telling me to do that. Okay, one more. I generally shuffle and keep, but I have to follow the guidance as I'm doing it, and And I'm sure you guys will understand that, because these readings should be honest, and these readings are more of the messages coming from divines rather than feeling, right? Okay, another one jumped. Just hold on, guys. Let me see what it is. Yeah, moon. All right. I think tomorrow or tonight is a new moon, or the moon is of relevance. Let me get one more. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this card did fall. This card did come up in that bunch on top, which I kept, and this card had to come. So this is about 9 of Wands here. Now, in the given situation here for you, Divine Feminine, there is you are in a state wherein you feel that you've done all that you had to do. Now, largely that you're done chasing, you're done with kind of doing. If you've been kind of reaching out to your masculine each time, or you've been kind of doing stuff to kind of get their attention, get their notice, or any of that practices, you're done with all of that. It is that you are in the state of surrender, and you are also in the state of knowing that if your divine masculine has been put on the path, on your life path, there is a reason for it. And though you are not chasing union, but you have a sense of knowing that it is meant to be, or it will come sooner or later. But you're not putting in any effort to kind of mend anything as far as your divine masculine is concerned. You might be working on yourself, and you are growing those beautiful flowers around, or the flowers within you are blossoming. There is a continuous work which you still are putting in, but that is a very comfortable state you are in. You are ready to walk on to the unknown. You are ready to shine that light, walking on the unknown, ready to start it from the blank slate. That anxious energy in you, even if it crops up, you are pretty comfortable in settling it down. And you are working with heightened intuitions, and you have gained huge amount of connection with even the darkness cannot deter you. And you don't need the bright light of sun to be able to view what you need to view or how you need to see things. You can kind of maneuver easily even in the darkness. You can find the light in the darkness. You can light that light in the darkness. Many of you might be helping others already on the path, I'm sensing, and also lighting that light in others' life when you see that they are in darkness, or they are maybe they need help. You are there like a light. You shine that light on them. Many of you are helping already on the path in some way or the other, helping others, and that is what I'm sensing. And another thing which I'm picking up is that it is not a new connection. You are on this journey for good amount of time now, and that good amount of time could be anything. It could be, but it's not that you just met your twin flame and it's been 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. I think I can easily say it could be 2 years plus is what I'm picking on. And you are pretty much, you did not give up on this connection. You would have surrendered, which is what I'm picking on. But you have, and both the cards which we've got is the Wands card, which is about the passion. You feel very passionate about this connection still. You really don't have much grudges or any grudges. You might have the bittersweet experiences, but no grudges against your divine masculine here. And you have the the sun setting in this card, which means that these 9 of Wands energy, you could be involved in this connection for 9 years, as a matter of fact. But then I'm not saying specifically on that. It could be 9 plus 3 as well there, more or less, or 3 or 9, or it could be less, but it surely is more than 2 years. And as I said, that if any of the things I'm saying are not resonating, you do not need to watch the further ahead. Only if it's resonating with you is when you should go ahead and watch the messages which divine has for future. Okay, now here I'm saying the dawn is the sun is setting, but you're still very comfortable. You have a smile on your face, confidence absolutely upright, holding on the fort, defending yourself. You're operating out of self-respect. You have it all. You are in complete control, in not in the controlling way, but even the surrender. When you surrender, you are in control, because then you're not chasing, you're not worrying, you're not in anxious energy. I'm sure you get what I'm saying. So with that note, let me get into the what are the energies and the messages divine wants to give us as far as the future energies are concerned. This could be anything from 30 days to 45 days from now. And now, interestingly, I did not plan this. I thought I'll just pull these cards, but they're asking me to keep this, and they're asking me to pull 3 more cards for the same one. Okay, I will do as you guide. So I'll just shuffle them a little bit more. Okay, and give a little cut. I'll keep this in the corner. And I'll get 3 cards here for future energies, a kind of okay. Okay, the first card which comes up is honeymoon. All right, so we're getting to know each other and getting into the honeymoon. So enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together. Maybe the things will relax. Maybe something you guys will get to meet each other. Maybe many of you are planning some time together, and maybe the situation will come up so that you will get to spend some time together in the next time to come, in the 30 to 45 days, or maybe little. I'm not saying that time doesn't work in exactly 30 to 45 days. It could be little 60 days or something like that as well, but that is what my intention is, and we will kind of read it for that. And it says that you created the situation and you have the power to change it, and forgiving and learning, and then we are getting this. So you are realizing here, divine feminine, that you are in control. You have the power to change a lot in this. As I said, that you also are in the lead position. You are in the lead position in this relationship, and you realize that power, and you are working continuously on that aspect, and you have worked so much and then you also realize that oh my goodness, this is getting beautiful and beautiful. You can't see this, you can only kind of see this. This is so wonderful. This is really beautiful. So the card which we've got here is the favorable outcome, and it says definitely it is saying that don't you worry about nothing. Everything is going to be coming around. It may not get you may not get the full evidence of it in the next 30 to 45 minutes, and many of you will get it as well, but you will start sensing the that how the favorable outcome is coming forth, and you just need to admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Stay in the integrity is the message which I'm getting. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Absolutely, honesty is what divine feminine you should start practicing. I'm sure you are, but you don't really need to be having any mask at all for anybody. If somebody is asking that, hey, how do I look in this dress, and if you feel that no, this person is not, you can still say things in a gentler way, but you will not say you look perfect when somebody in your view is not looking perfect. So that is integrity. That's like minute little aspects of the truth. And the truth is, then if you need to admit the truth to yourself, and if you need to speak the truth to somebody else as well, go ahead and speak the truth to that person, but do that with absolute kindness. Do that with absolute compassion, not in a rash, not in a harsh way. You are following your truth. That doesn't mean that you need to be harsh in any way. It can hurt people, right? You need to be mindful of that. Be the state of compassion. Be like a divine mother. Be like Gaia. You need to be in that state now, and that is what is you should be doing here. So that is a beautiful energy. Now I'll just kind of pull cards as I kind of planned. What is future messages, angels, for, we've got this 7 of Wands, another wand energy, and that is kind of nice because yeah, this card also popped out with that when I said the bunch fell, and this is what is coming in the future. You might well have to be at the juncture wherein you will have to take an important decision in your life. You are kind of little swayed on the right, whatever that is. And then we've got the World. So cycles are coming to an end. That's what I was kind of picking up in future, that this, you've been kind of holding on, working towards it. Now that project is going to come to completion. That energy will take a new shape and form with this World coming in. And you will, now you can also see that it's 7 plus 3 is 10, and there we have a 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. So that means its completion is happening in tomorrow. I mean tomorrow in a sense, in future energies. Now, but you will have to stay firm in your belief systems, in a sense that you might will have to stand up for yourself. You might will have to stand up for this connection, and same applies. This is, I will do the Divine Masculine reading as well, but this is something which you will have to stay firm on. And as I said, that you intuitively know which way you need to kind of decide and what you need to decide, but when it comes into the actuality, there is a decision which needs to be made. And it might not be an easy decision for some of you, but you will have to make this decision and move on, because things are moving along. It's like the cycle is coming to an end. The new beginning is going to be starting, because that's the World. And that's like after that, it's the new journey altogether. And that's the new journey which will be probably, for many of you, will kind of push you and usher you into your the mission work which you will probably you contracted to do, and whatever your contract says, or howsoever you contracted to be with each other, and whatever that mission is for you. So maybe many of you will start that new work. This is like a new journey altogether, and nothing is really been, so it's like a blank slate. Whatever you want to write on it is what you can, but there is this contract which is also will keep pushing and telling you what needs to be done. I'll also add some astrology cards here and see what the future energies it's kind of adding on to whatever already we've got. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what is the card which we're getting here for future energies, 30 to 45 days for Divine Feminine. See, one card please, each for, okay, thank you. Protection. Now this is really beautiful. Now this is like the moon in Aries, and as you can see, this is the card. First you see the protection, and there is this highly intuitive animal, the cat family. It's very intuitive, and you have children here, and a kind of mothering figure, and so there is some change which is bringing forth protection for your children. If any children are involved, there is definitely a complete protection for, it could be your children, or it could be your Divine Masculine's children. If there are none there, this could be future children which you probably will create as you move along, if you intend to. If you don't, this is about that creating that new energy and working with it. This is also about the emotions, but this is about the protection. This is highly intuitive, and many of you will move into this family life as well, wherein you will be mothering, fathering the kids in a way or the other, or maybe you have the divine purpose which aligns with kids. Could be the scenario, but you intuitively will know, and everything is protected. Nothing really can shake your mission. Nothing really can move things around and make it kind of go haphazard, because it's so well would be protected and divinely guided. This is another positive card which we've got here. This says achievement, and this is again, you can see that here in there is a big city which has been kind of built, and there are the huge structures, and there is this sign which talks about all the signs, movements, and etc. There is this what do you call that, the sign of what do you call this, what am I missing out, but this animal, and I'm not getting the English word for it, but that's okay. There's this animal which is kind of sitting upright. This is very very agile, and a movement, depicting movement, depicting agility. And this achievement is big achievement. There's nothing small in here. Everything is in the large scale. As you can see, these are the cities are being built here. And as you move along on this path, you are kind of gaining lots here. And always remember that you have the power to create whatever you want. And this is number 10 here again. And you will be able to create this beautiful stuff, this beautiful world within, outside, and whatever that mission work is as well. Maybe you'll start getting the insights, and start getting the many of you, as I said, are already on the path. And could be anything. This is kind of spreading that loveful energy in the world. That's a huge thing in itself. Maybe not visible. And that's another wonderful card to have. And that is like the Venus in Leo, and that is the sign of Leo. We've got 2 cat and energy there, which is talking about again the intuitions, protection, strength. And there is this bound of the 2 circles. It's a kind of a knot which comes forth, and the signs, the astrology coming forth. The stars are aligning. It says dharma, it says drama, but what I'm very interestingly, I'm also drawn to it. I also read it as dharma, which is about the walking the path of righteousness, and kind of moving along the path the way it is. But it says drama. Now here with this drama means that there could be some things which needs to be dealt with, which may come up in spite of the fact that these strong things, there could be some contrasting elements which still might come forth, but you have the power, you have the energy to be able to deal with all those things. Here, Divine Feminine, you will have all the strength to deal with all this, whatever comes forth. It could be very external in nature, but then when 2 energies are uniting here, the power is kind of multiplying and can be dealt with. The stars are aligning in a way to support you, because we also have this card which is talking about the the energy of completion of the difficult timings here, and that is a beautiful energy. Now here but I'm saying that be mindful that it may not be just it may not be just the honeymoon which you might be go through, but there could be still little ups and downs which you might face and but have courage, have wisdom to deal with it, and keep admitting the truth to yourself. And always remember, there always be, when you surrender, there always be a favorable outcome which will come forth. As a closing note, I would want to pull one flower message for you, Divine Feminine. This could be a guidance, this could be a message for now, or anything. We will know it when we see it as I tune in and get messages from there. Let's see what is coming forth. A message. Okay, thank you. This was quick. Let's see what this message is. Open your third eye. Echinacea. I don't know if that's how this flower is pronounced, but this is a beautiful flower, and it says it's safe for you to open your center of clairvoyance. By doing so, you will see the truth. Wow, it's a very powerful message. This is the first time I have got this card in any of the readings I've done using this deck so far, and I've been doing my monthlies, and even second half I've been using these cards, but this is the first time it has come. So that's the third eye. That's the name of my channel as well, Agnya or Ajna. That's what it's called in Sanskrit or in the scriptures. And it's time for you to open your third eye. And this is the center third eye chakra, your Ajna or the Agnya chakra. And It's absolutely safe. So this is an intuition, and that's what we were picking on. You already are intuitive. You already are working on that. So once you open your Agnya, the chakra, you will be able to see things in the absolute truth, and you can start working on that. The entire Kundalini awakening, if you want to, I would say that only do so if you are working with a guru, because there are a lot of things people don't know about Kundalini awakening, that you need to be aware of it, you need to be prepared for it. It's not just that anybody who says I'll awaken it and I will just kind of keep my hand or pass on the energy, will awaken. Please be mindful of doing so, because there could be certain things as a not side effect, but then there are certain things. If the chakras are not cleared, if the nadis are not opened, the Kundalini energy can flow in from different parts and can cause kind of damage as well, and people kind of go through those things, and I'm aware. So be mindful, but do practice the third eye chakra practices. You can start doing that, the easy ones. And I'm just thinking that do I kind of list that, because I'm a certified yoga trainer, and these are the practices which I myself do and also teach. But then I may not be able to kind of, but let's see as you're guided, and we will see how it moves along. But if you know any safe practices, do so. You can concentrate on your middle eyebrow. It's called the Bhrumadhya, and concentrating there can also work. You can do some basic pranayamas like Anulom Vilom. If you know, you can Google it and check. That also helps in Shuddhikaran of your, or the purification of your channels, and that'll help as well. So don't straight away do the practices. I know there's a lot of stuff available on YouTube wherein you can listen to the third eye chakra and this and that. You can do so, but don't do it intensely too much. Do it in a limited way. So these are the messages, but it's safe for you to do so. That is something which is a kind of a green light. So you can start the process if you've not already initiated or kind of been doing on so it's a green signal from divine that it's good for you to start doing so. Brilliantly you can I would say brilliant messages, and you can start experiencing. These experiences are also amazing when you kind of awaken these chakras and experience the clairvoyance energy which kind of comes forth. Many of you are clairvoyant by birth, or you would have done that, but this is what it is. But nonetheless, these are the messages for you, divine feminines, and if divine masculines are watching it as well. So any of you, thank you so much, dear ones, for tuning in and for all the support you extend to the channel. This is it for now, and I'll see you guys later. Spread love and be happy.